Understanding of physical and logical loss. So, for example, we may have a loss of data by managing physical backup, we may have a loss by managing logical backup. So, loss of data can be possible in any way. Sometimes we may face the problem, whichever the we have taken the backup, maybe we cannot recover the data. Similarly, the data is lost from our database, but we were unable to take its backup so that we can manage those things as well. So for example, we will discuss various kind of failures and errors, how lost is normally happen in the database before managing the backup, and how lost can be recovered after managing the recovery. So we will try to understand what are the errors and media failures as well. While there are several types of problems that can halt normal operation of the database, these operations are input output operations. Database administrator is basically intervention. DBA intervention is very important for those things. So basically, the idea is whenever the problem faced, whenever the problem come up, so at that particular time, database administrator involved in those tasks and try to recover and try to manage and try to resolve the issues of such errors. Other failures may be require DBA intervention to start the database and to shut down the database. Sometimes we may get respond being a user or being a software engineers from the database administrator that database going to be restarted. So that what do you mean by this? Means there are some errors going on with some users, but other users don't know about those one. So those things normally manage with the help of startup and shut down the database. That's basically intervention of the database administrator. User errors when occurs either due to errors of replications, logic. Sometimes user use extra spaces. Sometimes user run some kind of logic which is called a stack overflow, and those kind of errors are normally managed from the side of the database expert and database users or database software programmers. And many errors always come sometimes unnecessary usage of packages and procedure executions. Sometimes procedures and packages are get stuck or maybe hang up or maybe not executing properly. So those errors are normally coming up from the database experts. So DBA loss due to data loss due to user error includes missteps, important steps, changings are not properly managed, or hang up of various kinds of code. While user training and careful management of privileges can prevent these ones. So, if the user has certain privileges, or DBA should give a well defined kind of privileges, well controlled privileges, then normally errors are protecting and less errors are coming up, and maybe there is a chance of few errors rather than many errors. So, privileges are very important from the point of view of database administrator, and good and professional DBA normally very strict with the privileges so that users should not violate as according to the various kind of options. Media failure is one of the major tasks, is one of the major error normally happened. Media failure, to protect this one, many ways can be managed. We can recover the data from mechanical ways to take out from the hard disk. So mainly mechanically hard disk is disturbed or can be not working properly. So in that particular case हम ये कहते हैं कि जो हमारे हार्ड डिस्क होती है, उस हार्ड डिस्क में बाज़ दफ़ा हम लोग लॉस कर जाते हैं डाटा, उसका हेड काम नहीं करता, सेक्टर्स डिस्टर्ब हो सकते हैं, मैकेनिकल सिलेंड्रिकल एरिया जो है वो डिस्टर्ब हो सकता है। तो सम टाइम हम मैकेनिकली डाटा को रिकवर करने की कोशिश करते हैं मैग्नेटिक टेप मैग्नेटिक जो प्लेट्स होती हैं उसके थ्रू, लेकिन सम टाइम हम नहीं रिकवर कर सकते। तो इस वजह से मीडिया फेलियर इज़ वन ऑफ द मेजर प्रॉब्लम, and sometime we lost the data. We will get some kind of less chances of lost data from tape drive, but normally hard disk failure is it is a major portion that has a major chance to lose the data.